African told me people stink. She said, I shut up. You went ask certain area. Whatever. You said they stunk. Nothing wrong with being African. It's just that I'm not African. I was born in America. So your bloodline, are you black? Yeah, I'm black. Black what? You just black. I'm a black man, nigga. Black what? Black man, nigga. You talking about? I'm black. There's black niggas all over the world. Does that mean they African? There's black niggas and it's black Cubans. There's black niggas everywhere. That don't mean that they African because you black. Black don't mean African. No, I didn't mean to say that, but we're from Africa, bro.
What are you talking about, Cam? It's like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I respect you. You're a really good rapper back in the days, but right now you're trolling. You're trolling. Let's keep it a buck.
It's the heart of a black man. That's where we from. It's the land of the black man. I'm not African. You want to be African? That's on you.
Fine. That's a nationality. You may have European or indigenous blood, but your ancestral origin.
Hold on. Cam, why are you saying it like it's a disease? You want to be African, that's on you. Like, why are you saying it like that? You get what I'm saying? Like, why you're, bro, only in the black community we're gonna have people like this. You know, I don't see any Asians, Indian, or any other ethnicities doing this to each other but us. It's sad, bro. Let's see Vic's response.
It's overwhelmingly high. Take a DNA test. You tell me what it says. I can see Killer being like Cherokee, but you can have a lot of Nigeria in there, my guy. Don't get mad at me because I love Cam. But like Africa stinks, come on. I mean, it stinks.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Same way the African told me people stink. What you said, I'll shut up. You went ask certain area. Whatever. You said they stunk, and you say that the show when niggas said everybody put your hands in the air that the whole fucking shit was funky.
My dogs are shit in my backyard. Now my backyard.
Let me stay there for a second. Let me stay there for 1 second. Listen, Cam is truly trolling and acting like he's ignorant. I know he's not that ignorant. I think he's just trying to get some views, and he understands that in order for him to get some views, he has to be controversial. I get it. Get your money. But to bash your own people, to bash people that looks like you, to get money is crazy to me. You get what I'm saying? Cam is not that stupid. I refuse to believe so. He's not that stupid. But you're trying to be controversial to get a little bit more, views. And that's the thing that a lot of people got to realize. When you are online, it's a different world, bro. You wouldn't believe what people will do to get views. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you get to a certain level, you want to keep it that way. And a lot of time, because, when he started this YouTube channel, he was like, here. Now he's down here because he's definitely not getting no views in order for him to say shit like that. But you're trying to keep up that same thing, because it's about money at the end of the day. Like, I'm Haitian, I'm Caribbean. And Caribbeans, we are so proud to say we are Africans. Okay? Like, we're descendants of Africans. Yes, in the Haitian community, there's a lot of beef with Africans. I wouldn't say beef, but I will say, like, a lot of Haitians don't like to be called Africans because of history, because they feel like they got slighted. We got put on them boats because we got betrayed by some other tribes. And I think that's our spirit. But generally speaking, Caribbean people love being called Africans. Like, not necessarily being called, but we appreciate the fact that our descendants are from Africa. You get what I'm saying? Like, and this is my thing. If you don't want to be called African, if you don't want your descendant to be from Africa, then you cannot claim no reparation. It's like, you got to choose one. You can't claim no reparation. You can't say, oh, this. You can't claim nothing. If you were born here and you were free, you get what I'm saying? If your ancestors were free people, because a lot of y'all say you're Indian, then you cannot claim reparation. You can't claim nothing. You get what I'm saying? You can claim what Indian people are claiming. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to prove that you're Indian. You have to prove it. You have to show, you have to take a, DNA test. And you have to show the government that you are Indian, and a lot of y'all are not. You can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like pretendian. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just being real because I hate when we bash our own people. I hate that because a lot of y'all are doing the job of white supremacists. You're doing the job of the enemy. You get what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are just out here trolling for views, and you're disrespecting people that looks like you just because you want to, because you need money. You know, and sometimes like, and this is the reason why I don't argue with people online about race and this and that, because sometimes I don't know who I'm talking to, because it's clearly some of y'all are FBI. I'm not even joking with y'all. Like, America is very tricky. Okay, you don't know who's who. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's who. Sometimes y'all are arguing with people online, and you think you're talking to somebody like you. You're talking to another black person, but it might not be a black person. Okay, and if it is a black person, a lot of time these people are selling out black folks for money, and they're getting paid by the FBI. If you think I'm lying, go research it. Go research it. Go do your research. A lot of people are online trolling for the government to keep us separated because they know if black people get together, unite for real, we'll be unstoppable. So the goal of the government is to separate us. You know. Now I'm taking it to another notch because a lot of y'all gonna say, "Well, I don't think Cameron mean it that way. I don't think," but I'm taking it to that way because I've seen a lot of stuff like that online. Diaspora wars. What is that? That's just the white man doing his job to separate us. A lot of y'all are not even realizing you're doing the white man jobs. You're that house Negro. You're that house Negro, bro. One thing about history always repeats itself. Do you want to know why the Haitian Revolution was so successful? It was because the Haitians at that time believed that in order to get free, we had to eliminate everybody that was on the white man's side. So, yes, history talks about a lot of these white men being unalive, these white meisters, but they're not talking about all of the traitors, all of the house Negro that got unalive as well, because a lot of them got unalive. A lot of them that was, you know, whipping us with the master got unalive, because Haitians believe that we cannot be free as a people if we're not completely united. And that's what it was. And that's what it was, bro. So when people are online, trolling and saying this, saying that, bro, listen, I'm not going to argue with y'all because y'all are FBI. Y'all are working for the government. Y'all are out here to troll people and to separate black folks. That's what y'all are out here doing. And I'm not going to fall for it because y'all think you're talking to another black person, but you're talking to the FBI. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real. I'm not saying Cameron is the FBI. I'm just saying, when you're online, be careful who you're talking to. That's why I don't argue with nobody online. I might have a little clap back if you're disrespectful, but I'm not going to argue with you online because a lot of y'all are out here to separate black folks. Okay? Cameron, I don't believe he's FBI or anything like that. I just think that was an ignorant comment, and I think he needs views, so you're trying to be controversial. That's my take. Now, I want to see what Vic said.
Yeah, I'm saying here. But like he missed the point that you were trying to make in your video about the whole African not wanting to claim being African conversation.
But at first he said that he felt that you misread what he was saying, and he was repeating what somebody said, and he thinks you took that out of context. That's what first was that the case?
I think sometimes we're not all having the same conversation. Like nationality and ancestral origin and culture, these are all different things. I do see oftentimes that comments are made that Black Americans have no culture. I mean, that's just untrue. You know what I mean? Black American culture is the most globally influential culture on the planet. Every corner of...
That's facts. Listen, Black American culture, and this is coming from a Haitian man, this is coming from a Caribbean. Black American culture is the most copied culture on the planet. It's the most popular culture on the planet. Black American culture is the most popular culture in the planet. That's facts. I hate when people don't want to recognize the greatness of Black American culture, and I hate that comment. I hate that comment with a passion, saying Black American culture is not, saying that Black American don't have no culture is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. It's so ignorant. So let's keep it a buck. Black American culture is the number one culture, the number one popular culture on the planet. Let's be real. Music, sports, you can name it. Come on now.
The planet is emulating Black American culture. And the truth is also that
we've been fed an anti-black narrative on all sides.
Exactly. Yep.
As Black American people, we've been fed an anti-African narrative. As Africans,
Facts.
so often I see people fall into demeaning Black Americans because they think it's like their ticket to assimilation or proximity to whiteness.
Exactly.
All that shit exists.
Exactly.
Any relationship of substance can be based on a lie. Like, we can't brush none of that under the rug. It's all legitimate points of disagreement. But who does it benefit, though?
Preach. Preach.
Like, who makes money from the disjointed African diaspora? Black people not unified. And I do think we all
preach, Vic, preach. Who's benefiting of us being separated? Who's benefiting from us beefing with each other? Who's benefiting from that? Think about it. Who's benefiting from that? Bro, preach, Vic. Preach, man. Y'all are online creating this diaspora of wars, but you're helping the enemy. Y'all are online going at each other for what? Y'all are helping the enemy. That's why I don't get involved with y'all online, especially on TikTok. Y'all want to bait me to fight with you and this and that. I'm not fighting with my brother. You know what I'm saying? Do you see other ethnicities do this to each other? Indian, Asians, Arabs? No, they're looking out for themselves, for their people. We're the only race that's doing this to each other. And I understand it's because of years and years of abuse by the enemy. So now a lot of us are not thinking clearly. I get that. But now we have to think about our children. We got to think about our future. We got to think about the next generation. Because one day we won't be here no more. I won't be here no more. But I got to think about my son. Got to think about, my nieces and nephews. We got to unite everybody. Africans, Caribbeans, Black Americans, Black people in the UK, Black people over the world, bro. There shouldn't be no division like that. It's okay to embrace all our differences. I love seeing differences from my African brothers. I love seeing differences from my other Caribbean brothers and sisters. I love seeing differences from my Black American brothers. Who's benefiting of us beefing? Who's benefiting off of that? You get what I'm saying? So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Like, who's benefiting out of that? Like, this is crazy. Oh, sorry. Man, this is so powerful, bro.
Can't make a broad generalization and say Native Africans do not genuinely embrace Black Americans. But there are a lot of Africans who do not embrace Black Americans. They do look down on it. So I understood what Cam was saying, but it was just a broad generalization.
That's true.
A broad brush is...
That's true. That's true. A lot of, I'm gonna keep it a bug. A lot of Africans in Africa, or a lot of Africans that's coming up here, do look down on Black Americans. To be honest, I haven't seen it. No, yeah, and some Caribbean people too. I've seen it too. And that's something that we have to address as well. You can't be doing that, because the only reason why you're here is because of the Black Americans. The only reason why you're in America is because of your brothers and sisters, ancestors who fought for this country. You get what I'm saying? Who put their mark on this country. Civil rights. Like, let's keep it a buck now. So if you're Caribbean, if you're Africans, and you're coming to America for a better life, be respectful towards Black Americans, because they're the reason why you're here. Even all of y'all, Asians, Indian, Arabs, the only reason why you're in America is because of Black civil rights. It's because of the Black folks who built this country. The only reason why y'all here is because of Black people. So be respectful, man. Be respectful. That's why I love my brothers and sisters from America, from Africa, from everywhere. I'm not over here trying to beef with anybody. I'm not over here trying to not embrace anybody. Like, we're beautiful. We're beautiful people at the end of the day.
It's gonna miss detail every time. You know what I'm saying? Man, I've been looking into some of the knowledge, and, like, these are a lot of type of things that I break down on my new show. There's a company called Geo Group. It's the largest private prison company in America, responsible for incarcerating thousands of Black people here for profit. Modern day slavery. You know where Geo Group is also operating? South Africa. They got thousands of prison facilities.
That's crazy.
Black Africans on the continent for profit. So it's like, yo, we actually do share a lot. We share a literal common oppressor. We share a common enemy. And it benefits them for us to think we have no common ground.
Vic got it, bro. If it was a beef with him and Cam, Vic got it. Vic was not emotional, nothing. He just said it like it is. And he got it. He got it, bro. Yeah, Cam cannot come back from that, but I'm still gonna watch his response.
That's the problem, right? Niggas will come back with this shit, right? Niggas be like, yo. Niggas be like, this right here is a fossil that was created in Africa. We did all the research on it, and it traced back to where the name slave on whatever last name. And this is why we know we're Middle Eastern. Nigga can't get the story right from last week. You see, this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? This is what I'm trying to tell you, right? He telling you the history of some shit from what, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, however long ago? He can't even get the story from the podcast right. Saying that I said African six, I didn't even say that. So therefore, how are we supposed to believe?
You repeated it though.
2,000 years ago.
You repeated it though.
Last week. You don't even know what went on last week. How are we supposed to take your word that you know the fucking history of 1,500 years ago when you can't get the story right from last week? That's racist.
Yeah, I don't want to hear what Cameron has to say. Okay, because at the end of the day, you repeated it. You repeated it, bro. You repeated it. I don't want to hear what you got to say, bro. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong, man. You're wrong for what you said. You get what I'm saying? I know you were trying to be funny, but it's crazy that you're willing to like disrespect your own people for views. You get what I'm saying? And Vic got it. Vic was not emotional like you. Vic was not trying to troll you or anything like that. Vic definitely educated you. Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing what Cameron has to say at this point. Like, that was very, very ignorant to say. Even me as a Caribbean, I'm not directly African. I do have African descent, and I'm proud of my African ancestry. But me as a Caribbean person, I find it offensive. And you may have not said it, but you repeated it to get views. You repeated it to be controversial. You repeated it for a reason. You get what I'm saying? And I hate when people are selling their own people just to get views or trying to get money. Because people got to realize when you are in this world of influencer, like, you got to understand, people want to stay at the same level. They're trying to get the same check that they got last week. So if they got to be controversial to do it, they will. Bro, we've seen it every day. It's like that world is completely different from just the real world. You know, people are trying to stay over there. So if they have to sell out their own people, they will. Because they're so eager about money. They're so desperate for money. You get what I'm saying? Because why did you repeat it? You repeated it. You said it still. You repeated what your friend said. And all you other dudes on your podcast are just out here just pleasing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, pause. They're just out here trying to make you happy. Trying to make you look good. Whatever you say, they're like, only one had a little bit of pushback, but he was still kind of agreeing with you and laughing like it was funny, but it's not. So I don't know. I'm just tired of this beef or this division with Africans, Caribbean, Black Americans. All of this for what? Because at the end of the day, what we're doing is proving that the enemy is right. We're forgetting who the true enemy is. And that enemy is out there using our own people. And like I said previously, when I go online and people are arguing with me, I don't argue with them because I don't know who I'm talking to. These people are probably paid by the FBI to divide Black people. You think I'm going too far? That's the history of America. Be careful what you're saying. So that's why I'm not arguing with people online, because I don't know who I'm talking to. These people, some of those people are paid by the government to do these things, to divide Black folks. They're getting a check. They're getting a check. There's a lot of leaders that was all pro-Black before, and now they all turn some type of division king. I'm not going to say their names, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm just saying, I'm not with that division stuff. I'm not. Y'all can argue with your mama. I'm not going to argue with you. Talk about, oh, you're not Black. This not. I'm not going to even start with that, because I know you're getting a check by the government by saying this stuff. And if you're not, you're just dumb. If you're not, you're just ignorant. You're helping the enemy. You're helping the enemy with division, with these diaspora wars. You get what I'm saying? So I don't get into all of these things. So Cameron L., you got destroyed by Vic. Vic was very, educated. He basically educated you. So you got to receive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing you say, because all you do is laugh. You're trying to make it seem like a joke, but you took an L. If it was like a freestyle, not a freestyle, but if it was a rap battle, Vic would have destroyed you. Vic would have destroyed you, bro. People sleep on Vic. Vic can freestyle, and he's good with lyrics. Cameron was never good with lyrics. Don't get me started. I was born in the 90s, okay? And you see how I'm comparing Cameron? It's like I'm comparing Cameron with all the other rappers that came out like him. You would never hear somebody like Nas say some ignorant shit like this. You would never hear Nas saying no ignorant shit like this. I'm going to say it again. You would never hear Nas saying no ignorant shit like this. So I'm just saying, bro. Cameron L., Vic W.